Police say ABC 10's building was targeted in a drive-by shooting yesterday afternoon. 3 bullet holes were seen in the window of the building's lobby. No one was hurt, but people were inside of that building. Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Cecil Hannibal. We know that Sacramento police arrested the suspect this morning. KCRA 3's Denson Cortez is live in the newsroom tonight. Denson, what have you learned?
Yes, Cecil, Sacramento police arresting 64-year-old Anibal Hernandez Santana, who was released on a $200,000 bail earlier today.
Team Kimmel or Team ABC or Nexstar?
ABC and Nexstar, without a question.
Why? Interesting, because the people seem to be outraged by anti-free, the anti-free speech of.
Well, some of the people are, obviously.
Yeah.
But I like taking on a challenge, and I love the idea of private companies doing what private companies are allowed to do. You get to hire and fire people. That's just the bottom line.
You don't think it looks a little fishy that they've got a merger going on and they've got to get FCC approval, and Trump has recently, taken money from ABC, from CBS. He's got a lawsuit against New York Times, Wall Street Journal.
Are they a private company? Did they take offense to what he said? Did they think that it fit the rubric of what their platform is and what it stands for? No, they didn't. So they're allowed to fire and hire who they want to. It's still a free country. It's still a private organization. Kimmel has a right to stand up and say what he wants to say. People say, well, this is an attack on free speech. Nobody's putting Kimmel in jail. Nobody's putting handcuffs on Kimmel for what he said. This isn't some country where you can't say what you want to say. He can say what he wants to say. You got to pay the price.
Just not on our air.
You got to pay the piper.
Hey, that guy just got up there. He sat up there, folks, and he skipped the whole part about the FCC leaning on ABC. It's about the Trump administration having an axe to grind with all these networks, all these late-night talk shows, and these guys are in trouble, Johnson. These guys are in trouble because the rabbit got the gun, and the rabbit is Donald Trump. And who had the gun before that? All of the Democrats, all of liberal media had the gun, Johnson. And they no longer have the gun, family. So Donald Trump, who definitely has an axe to grind, is willing to grind that axe, is willing to grind the axe on these people. So it's not about, is Jimmy Kimmel's show a good show, if the ratings were good? It's not even about how much money he's lost. These are all thoughts. These are all matters of opinion. This is all relative to the human being, whatever you think, right? And know this, man. In a business, sometimes you lose money. It's called loss leader. They lose money on an entity, but there's an upside to it. Maybe it's tax. Maybe it's paying less taxes. Maybe it's the level of access it gives you to have this show that basically is a nonprofit for you, but it brings in a certain amount of publicity, prestige, notoriety, right? That you're willing to do it. And that's what ABC was doing. Same thing for CBS with Stephen Colbert. Jimmy Kimmel's show was taking on water, Jimmy Kimmel Live, right? But it's been taking on water for years. Stephen Colbert's show was losing $30 to $40 million per year. And they had no problems keeping it going. These guys right here, fam. That's your late night crew right here, man. Look at them. That's late night TV. Got nothing to do with Black America at all. We featured in this. Hell, nobody's in it but white guys. You get to not make money if they like you, and they like them.
I don't know when it's going to hit the news of what happened today, but the blowback from this whole ABC News canceling Jimmy Kimmel Live is historic. Not only are people canceling their Hulu app, their Disney Plus apps, their ABC apps, people are boycotting Marvel, studios, Marvel Comics, movies, and any Disney movie. People are protesting outside of Disney in Burbank today. People are canceling Disney cruises, and people are canceling trips to the Disney parks, Disney World and Disneyland here in California. So screw Disney, screw ABC. You were concerned about the FCC and Donald Trump having power over you. And remember, you make your money off the people, not off the... So that was your mistake, getting scared by the FCC. You should be scared by the people who put food on your table, and that's us. And you're canceled.
Me sitting back here as a black man, just sitting back watching it, I'm looking at shows that I'm not a fan of the shows. I'm not a fan of what they do, but I am a fan of free speech. So on that basis alone, Johnson, we have to stand up about that, because I don't care what kind of I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, whatever your ideology is, or if you totally out of politics, whatever it is, fam, it's not good for the FCC to put its finger on the scale with anybody. It only sets up a precedent for bad things to happen to us later down the line, and that meaning anybody who creates any type of content. All you people out there making content, you had a nice glimpse of what can happen when the powers that be decide they want to come after you for it. Before we go any further, let me let you know the Tim Black Wolfpack is dedicated, committed, 10 toes down to reporting the truth, unbiased, and not working for any political party. If that sounds good to you, go to jointimblack.com, become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. I've been living with this uncertainty for over a decade. So this is, I got my spidey senses start going off, the alarm start going off for me immediately when it's kicked up, because the last thing you want is to have them start saying, this is what hate speech is. Who's going to determine what hate speech is? You best believe it won't be nobody from my neighborhood. And if they are from my neighborhood, they're going to be doing a reverse so bad in order to maintain their system, they're going to be worse for me than a redneck, right? Because they're going to be trying to prove they ain't riding for us. They're going to try their best to show they have no bias towards helping us. So how does that manifest itself? They'll be harder on us. Yeah. The worst, I would say the worst of the overseers are the black overseers. But be that as it may, if people are upset with Disney, Hulu, and the rest of it, Disney, whatever, Disney, Hulu, ABC, whatever, good. Let them do what they want to do, man. I'm all for people being pissed off and taking their money elsewhere. That's how market's supposed to work. That's cool. If the liberals are pissed because they pulled Jimmy Kimmel, good. Jimmy Kimmel will have an opportunity to do whatever he wants to do. Jimmy Kimmel was making over, was it 10, 12, $14 million a year for 10 years. I'm sure he's got a nice nest egg somewhere. He don't have to do anything unless he wants to. All these people that they cry about don't have to do anything else unless they want to. He can have a podcast that'll be ranked in Spotify by the end of the week, just off the publicity of what's happening. I wish people had the same type of concern about the rest of us. But we don't. We had concern for the Jimmy Kimmels and the Stephen Colberts and the Joy Reids and big names and the Don Lemons. Anybody with a big name that loses it. But they're the least people that need the help. Don Lemon don't need your damn help. He good. He was making 10 million or so for the past 20 years. So anyway. So I'm never pissed off. Never do I have a problem when people decide they want to boycott something. Boycott away. Do what you got to do. Show where you stand with your dollars. That is your God-given right. Well, not God-given. That's your right as a U.S. citizen. You get to decide where you spend money. And if you want to join or remove your payment, remove your shows, remove channels off your network, whatever you want to do. If you want to cut the cord further, fine, cut it. You have no obligation to any of that crap. So, yeah, do that. But I see it a lot. I see similarities between the people that are upset about Kimmel and people that are upset about the people that are upset that Kimmel's leaving, or not leaving, the fact that he got yanked. Those people remind me, it seems like they're almost the same people that are upset that they wanted Kimmel to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, both are extremes, in my opinion. They're both extremes. And that's fine. Like I said, I'm just sitting over here, and I want to encourage Black America to just sit back and eat your popcorn, drink your tea, mind your business. This ain't our fight. This ain't something for us to be worried about. To that extent, we should know what's going on. But when I see people kind of jumping into the fray on this, I just shake my head, man. This got nothing to do with you. You want to write on the show. You want to participate in the show. They ain't inviting you on the show. I mean, yeah, they invite celebrities, a few of them. But do you notice the type of people that these late night show hosts bring on? If you're not a full-blown celebrity, they're bringing on a bunch of Democratic operatives. That's what but why would you want to see Adam Schiff? I don't want to see Adam Schiff when I got to cover Congress or the news. Why would I want to watch him at night? What? Why would I want to see that? Yeah. So to me, it's a bunch of propaganda, and I don't see how it benefits us. Anybody wants to watch it, fine. Do your thing. Do your thing. But I don't see anything. I won't be missing anything from Kimmel leaving or staying. He could come back and I wouldn't care. He could go, he could stay, he could whatever. He could roll over, he could fetch, he could go on a yacht, he could take up fishing or knitting. It doesn't matter. But the fact I'm watching both sides kind of go at each other about it, to me, it's comical. The only thing not funny is free speech. The only thing not funny is when Trump sets a precedence as he goes to try to get his back, get his payback, whatever he's doing, is he's setting the table for Democrats to do even worse. For all them coming out and complaining about Trump and the FCC, y'all was trying to do this the whole time during COVID. And not trying to do it, you were doing it. They were censoring, they were leaning on Facebook. Who you think gets more views? Facebook or Disney? Facebook, man. Who you think gets more views, Hulu or Zuckerberg in Instagram and Facebook? And what did they say? The Democrats were leaning all over Facebook to censor the platform. Anybody with a dissenting view, anyone with a dissenting view that was in lockstep with the Democratic Party, Facebook was censoring them under the directive of the Democratic Party. But now you got an issue with censorship. Now you're concerned. I'm concerned either way, no matter who's doing it. But not the liberals. Not the Democrats. They weren't concerned when they were doing it. It's for our best good. Well, you know, that's how some people feel about Charlie Kirk. Just because I don't agree with him, that's how they feel. They look at it like their timeline tells them Christian dad, loving husband, truth teller. And they got enough black people going, yeah, 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 right behind them to make them believe that's an accurate assessment. It's enough of them. But they don't see the irony, the hypocrisy of the whole thing. They don't see that. They don't see it. You and I see it, I hope. I see it. I hope you see it. Censorship is bad no matter who implements it. It's a tool. It's like I say with Trump. Democrats are mad that Trump got the gun. It's like a John Wick movie. It's all about who gets to the gun first, who gets to draw first. And that's what John Wick usually does. And that's how he wins, because he gets the gun, he makes the move first. He does the finisher move first, whatever. And the Democrats did not do their finisher move. Trump grabbed the gun in 2024, and now he's trying to finish. But he got the gun right now. Democrats grabbed it in 2020. Make no mistake about that. They grabbed the gun. Trump's got it back, and he's putting on damage. Democrats need to power up or game over. And if they think Gavin Newsom and AOC are going to do it, they're deeply mistaken. Look at what's happening with Kirk. Look at what's happening with Kirk. And then ask yourself, who in the Democratic Party could garner such pageantry other than Obama? And if you think about it like that, and you think about it from their side, of the point of view of conservative side, and put the Democrats over here, maybe then you'll understand what's going on. You'll see it. But if you're so unbiased, or you're so biased that you cannot see how you can't empathize. You ain't got to agree. You can't empathize with what people see over here. I saw some people coming for Viola Davis. Viola Davis said something, I don't know what she said, but maybe she was like, oh, Charlie Kirk shouldn't have been shot. I mean, I don't know how much she follows politics. But if you just see a clip of a guy getting shot, and if you have a certain timeline, all you know is father, Christian, husband, truth speaker to your timeline. Other people with different timelines get other things. I don't think we really learned that everybody don't see the same content. I still think people don't get it, that timelines are individual. They're individualized. Your next door neighbor may not see what you see, but you treat them and talk to them and judge them based on what you saw. And now you say their reaction is inappropriate. Their reaction is sellout. But their reaction is based on what they saw. And they do the same to you. But if you're over here and this is your algorithm and it's tuned to get your reaction based on how you interact with content, you're getting a different point of view with Charlie Kirk. So people were like, man, Viola Davis is garbage. I can't believe she feel bad for Charlie Kirk. Or she feel bad for Jimmy Kimmel. She goes on the Jimmy Kimmel show. She part of the thing, dog. You're not. She's part of the thing. She's part of the system. She's in that house. She's a Democrat. You gotta it takes heart, commitment, a little crazy to go up against the system. There's only been a few people to do it. Muhammad Ali was one of those people. I admire the hell out of Muhammad Ali. Go back and watch some Muhammad Ali clips. Do that. Go watch Muhammad Ali. Willing to lose his belt, lose his everything to stand on business. That many people built like Muhammad Ali was.
The Tim Black Show streams Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wolfpack.